We are about to get nerdy up in this piece.
This is DSP, and I am the Digital Headhunter. Digital Headhunters are the new breed of recruiter who don't belong in three-piece suits and prefer freedom and impact more than expensive business cards. We're the misfits who play chess in corporate America, and yes, HR is a four-letter word. We're here to wage guerrilla war against the big-name brands and win. So watch as I scale up my practice, and along the way, I share all my digital marketing strategies, real-life sales techniques, recruitment hacks, and big biller interviews. Welcome to the Digital Headhunter.
This is David Stephen Patterson. You know me as DSP. And for all you beautiful headhunters and executive recruiters out there, we are going to talk about the Health and Productivity Planner. Now, if you've been watching my videos over this last week, you know that I've been talking a lot about personal responsibility, self-reliance, in a lot of ways really stoicism, right? In meeting hardships head on. Yesterday I spoke about karma, how you need to be the client that you want. And a lot of the behaviors and things that you have inside manifest outward, and you end up attracting the client that you are, right? So to continue along that cause and effect theme, I'm going to share with you the Health and Productivity Planner. In real brief, when we look at business problems, as I've said before, business problems are usually personal problems that have magnified into the business. That's why when you go and you go take a marketing course or recruiting course from any recruiting trainer, they always have the planning session, and everybody kind of rolls their eyes. Oh, we've heard a million times, plan 100 calls for the next day, the day before, plan your money calls first, and yada yada. And of course, we never do it. No one ever does. Hardly anyone does. Right? So when it comes to that, the reason why it doesn't work very well is because people's lives are personally out of order, and in addition, they're not looking at the totality of their life and their work and everything as an ecosystem, because one thing affects the other. Right? When you lose out on 2-3 deals in a row, that will affect your home life. It affects your mood, right? And that's going to affect your relationships, and vice versa. It is all an ecosystem. And so what I'm going to show you here is a tool that you can start using to start getting a sense of what affects you and what doesn't affect you, right? If, as an example, alcohol. Drinking at night, 7, 8 o'clock at night, have a few beers, even though you may feel perfectly fine in the morning, that does slow you down a bit. Sleep, even though I talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger a few days ago saying to sleep faster, that's really only in short spurts, to be honest with you. You really do need a full night's sleep, usually 7.5, 8 hours. Really more 7.5 hours. The body sleeps in an hour-and-a-half cycles. So technically, 7.5 hours, you are good to go. Proper sleep, proper health, like diet, really affects you. We are biological creatures at the end of the day, and most of our decision making is actually run by emotion, and that is in that reptile part of your brain, right down in that brainstem area, the most primitive part of your brain, your limbic system. That is what really controls your frontal lobe, which is your reasoning system. In fact, we'll be talking a lot more about that when it comes to sales and sales psychology later on. But for right now, I just want you to realize that things like hunger, things like the craving for sugar, things like going online, looking at Facebook, all those things affect your brain. And then that affects your productivity, right? So you need to get a handle on those things first. Otherwise, the 10th training you receive on planning from fill in the blank recruiting trainer is not going to do you any good. All right. So with that said, I'm going to share my screen here in a second, and I'm going to walk you through this, and then you can also get this same form as a Google Doc down. The link will be down below. Just make sure you click make a copy. All right. You're not going to be able to edit it, but just click make a copy and then you can make your edits. All right. So anyway, I'll be back here in a moment. All right, everybody, I'm back, and we are going to check out the health and productivity planner. So let me grab my glasses here. Don't tell anybody. All right, so it makes me feel old when I wear these. All right, let's do this. So here is the health and productivity dashboard, and what I've done here is I've created the dates. Actually, this is starts tomorrow, so you can actually take this tonight and start using it tomorrow morning, and it runs all the way through the end of the year. If you want to say continue on past the end of the year, or let's say you just want to update this, it's really easy. Right, paste that in there, and it's got a formula that adds a day. And in fact, let me reset that here. There we go. In fact, you can change the initial date here. Let's say, I don't know, let's do November 15th, 20, let's do it in the future, 2025, right? And it'll kind of all populate like that, all right? So anyway, uh, here we go. So when you look at this plan, let's go all the way down to the left-hand side. As you can see here, now you don't have to be as detailed as this, but this is something I did for a while, and candidly should probably get back doing it again, but it really opened my eyes to what was affecting my productivity. So macro goals. So that is, okay, let's say I'm on a diet and I want to eat 2,200 calories a day, and I want to get a certain amount of fat, certain amount of carbs, certain amount of protein. Those are your macros. So anyway, you don't necessarily need to track this, but it is helpful if you can, because the amount of fats you eat, the amount of carbs you eat, that does affect your mood, and that will affect your productivity, right? I used to fast quite a bit, so you can always take columns out. For example, I'll probably just take this out. But I used to fast, and so I would fast from 8 p.m. till 12 noon the next day. So it was like it was just short fasting, short intermittent fasting. Anyway, so I'll put down how many hours I would fast there. As you can see here, I've got lots of different things. I used to, back when I was CrossFitting really heavily, I would have a WOD I would do strength workout. I would do extra credit stuff. I would do what's called a ROM WOD, which is like stretching type of workout. I would do some Wim Hof breathing. I was a machine for a while. Anyway, you can delete all these too. It's not really that big of a deal. But over here, as you can see, I've got a couple numbers in here. Here's how you're going to work this. So you want to start tracking how much sleep you're getting. So let's say today or let's say tomorrow, I go to 5 a.m. and at night, and I go to bed, and maybe that tomorrow night it might be 9:30 p.m. Right? And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in, and let's say it was 6 a.m. Next day I wake up, so I'm going to make sure I count. It's 8.5 hours. So, so that would be 8.5 hours. Excuse me. There you go. Easy, right? So you figure out. So start tracking this stuff. Sleep quality. Now I use what's called. There we go. An Oura ring. In fact, you can see here, it's got these little nubs. If you can see in the little circle there, these little nubs inside the ring. It's OURA. Yeah, I'll drop the link down below. But anyway, it's kind of like an Apple Watch, but it's a ring, and it tracks your sleep effectiveness or sleep quality rather. Your BPM, your pulse, basically. It'll track how many steps you take throughout the day. So it's really useful. It'll give you a sleep readiness score. Try to shoot for 85%. But you'll notice the next that you drink, your readiness score goes down, and you'll be less productive. Anyway, so sleep quality score, waking BPM. Let's see, weight, body fat. So I use an electronic body fat tester. Now I know that people say those things aren't really that accurate. Doesn't matter really when it comes to body fat. If it's accurate or not, what matters if you're doing it consistently with the same tool. So a body fat tester could be off by 3 or 4%. That's fine if you're just consistently using the same thing. So you're seeing your progress up or down. Lean body weight versus fat body weight. Here we get into the productivity piece of it. So on a scale of 1 through 10 in a day, what was your mindset like? Like, were you positive? How was your mood in essence? Focus. Were you focused? Did you lose focus throughout the day? What was your output? Meaning, if you accomplish every single thing you set out to that day on your plan? Then that might have been a 10. If you didn't, or maybe half, that's those things. Maybe 5. So start tracking your output, and your mindset and your focus might be high, but your output might be low. Try to find out what went wrong there. Let's see, journal. So I recommend journaling. Well, I'll probably do another session on this, so I'm not going. I'm going to go into it here deeply now. But a journal is important. Plan tomorrow. Today, did you plan the end of the night for the next day? Yes or no? I put in here training. Did you train on sales, or train on a recruit, whatever? So did you train? Yes, no. An audit. This is where you have an accountability partner. You train this end of the week and they say yes or no. Did you not accomplish what you wanted to accomplish? Pretty easy. I'm not going to go into a super amount of detail here because, again, the kids are getting restless. I've got to go make some dinner. But that said, hopefully this helps. I want to drop this down there. Start using this. If for nothing else, to start seeing the cause and effect relationships between your behavior and your effectiveness. All right. Sounds good. And I will see you later. Bye. All right. I hope you enjoyed that quick little session. So with that being said, make sure you tune in tomorrow for another daily recruiter motivational. And with that being said, folks, I've got to go running. As you can probably tell, it's nighttime here, and my kids are waiting on me to go make baked ziti for the night. We're making baked ziti and garlic knots, and it's one of our favorite meals, and they are getting hungry, and so am I. So I need to get on that, or I'm going to have a mutiny on my hands. Talk to you later, guys. Bye. Peace.
Hey, thank you for watching the Thrive Daily video series for recruiters and how to pivot your business so you can survive and thrive during this recession. Make sure you subscribe, sign up at thrivedaily.io, and as always, recruiters, happy hunting. Oh.